Last year in Georgia, there were 150 fatalities due to car accidents involving students, and most of those occurred in the metro Atlanta area. Wet roads can be very dangerous and account for an immense amount of accidents. So student drivers should be very cautious when it's raining outside. When there's water on the road, follow the code. Would you like to be like this guy? Or this guy? Or even this guy? So now we're gonna go to a piece of road where this car right here hydroplaned and hit a sign off the road and did all this damage. We will be going now. And now we are here where the road is. As you can see, it is very, very, very scary. People coming down this road go very slowly to avoid an accident exemplified by this truck. I just spoke with a local around here, and he owns a property on this block, and he was telling us that 4 cars in the past 6 months have swerved off this road, hit a sign, hit a tree, hit something, and ended up on his yard. He says it's a very, very natural occurrence to see, and that he wishes the city would come out, build a guardrail, build something, help stop this issue from happening, but it's a very, very often occurrence. So as you can see here, when you're coming down this road, you can barely see the other side of the road. With minimal visibility, it's even more dangerous than we had thought originally. You see here 2 trucks pass by that go over the yellow lines as they go around the bend without a clear image of oncoming traffic. So now that we've seen the road, you can imagine when it's wet outside, that road is very, very dangerous. So if we look over at friction, friction's what keeps the tires on the ground. The tires grab the asphalt and basically propel itself forward and keep it on the road. But when there's a lubricant such as water from the downfall, the friction is less basically, so when you're going around the turn with that lubricant of water, and also if it's in the first 15 minutes, water and oil, it creates a very slippery surface, and if you go around the edge at a high enough speed, you'll end up off the road, just like the 4 people in the past 6 months, that the owner of the property had told us about. And some people, he also told us, come around at a very, very high speed because they don't realize how dangerous the turn is. With that high velocity, you would imagine going around such a turn, they would lose control of their car or end up not even on the road, which is where most of those accidents happen. And if you think about Newton's first law, it says objects in motion stay in motion at the same speed unless affected by an unbalanced force. And in this case, when someone's going way too fast down the top of that, coming down the turn, if they're going too fast and go around the turn, they won't lose speed until they brake, and some brake too late, basically coming around it way too fast, and that's where they'll end up off the road. And now, with the road being at an 86-degree angle that we had measured, it shows that the road is a very, very hard turn to make because you have to go almost all the way 90 degrees. So to avoid having an accident on this corner, you do precisely as our slogan says: when there's water on the road, follow the code. And that code is go slowly. You start off slowly to make sure that you can get around in your lane safely and on your side. We noticed a lot of people were going on the other side of the road, which also, with the low visibility, seeing the oncoming traffic, you could end up hitting somebody you didn't even see because you're on the wrong side. So you can prevent all of that by coming to the turn very, very slowly and go around it with caution. The property owner had told us how officials can reduce the risk on this corner. If officials were to put a guardrail all across the turn, it would reduce the damage caused to a car if it were to go off the road and reduce the damage to all of its surroundings, therefore causing less risk.
When there's water on the road, follow the code.
Thank you to Rhyme Zone and the property owner of that corner.